Good freaking morning. My name is Nick. Welcome to Nick's Fort. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to do a long exposure during the day. You're going to get these super creamy, streamy, never going to say that again, sort of movement in your photos for things that are moving, like a waterfall. And it's actually really easy, and you're going to take your Instagram photos from here to frickin' banger level. So let's get into it. Okay guys, I moved downstream. The waterfall is a little loud and I found a nice spot right here with the river flowing behind me. You want some motion for this to work well, so you want something moving, otherwise this is a pointless thing to do. And then that movement, something moving is gonna drag out. So the water's gonna be nice and smooth and creamy and buttery, which sounds pretty delicious, like a croissant. Anyways, to do this, you need a couple things. You need a tripod, you need a camera, and you need an ND10 filter. I've linked below to all that stuff. The ND10 filter is so worth it. It's gonna dopify your photos, which is awesome. So if you wanna take your photos to the next level, it's easy. It's an easy frickin' choice. So in order to take this photo, there's a couple of steps. First things first, you need to set up a stable tripod. You gotta set it up. And then the second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna set up your shot. You're gonna compose it without the ND10 filter on. You're gonna compose your shot, get it right. You're gonna set your focus. I like to zoom in, make sure it's nice and crispy and in focus. And then gently screw on the ND filter on the front of the camera. And then you're gonna have to adjust your exposure. So I usually expose for 1/30th of a second without the ND filter on. Then once I put the ND10 filter on, I'm going to go to 30 seconds. So 1/30th equals 30 seconds. But just so you know, it's not always right. I like to experiment. I like to take a photo, look at the exposure, see if it's working right. And I'm usually gonna end up adjusting my f-stop a little bit. I might go from f8 to f11 and try to kind of do a couple exposures with different f-stops to try to get the exposure right and make sure it's all dialed in. And anyways, if you hit the tripod at all when you're shooting this, is super important. If you touch the tripod or anything like that, it's gonna mess your shot up. So when you do your exposure, you wanna set a 2-second timer, click the shutter, step away, don't touch the tripod, let it do its thing, and you can do a 10-second delay, whatever you want, if you wanna maybe get in the shot or something like that. But you need to set that self-timer, take the shot, see if it's exposed right, and then that's pretty much it. It's actually super easy. So to recap, you need ND filter, stable tripod, set your focus before you shoot, don't touch the camera while it's shooting, take more than one shot, and then you're gonna have some dope Instagram photos with that motion blur. Before you go, real quick, I came here yesterday and I tried to make this tutorial and it was an epic fail. And here's a quick montage because it's pretty freaking hilarious. This tutorial is going down freaking cold and rainy. I mean, look at this camera. This is a Sony, man. Look at it. It's drenched. It's not my camera. It's my friend Ryan's camera. I borrowed it from him. Frick! Sorry, Ryan, your camera's fine. I think it's okay. But it's a real pain in the constantly wiping your lens, trying to clean beneath the ND filter, on top of the ND filter. He is just a wet dog. It's just raining cats and dogs out here, isn't it? You want to leave? Yeah, me too. When I came out here, I was like, you know what, it's raining. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try to make this tutorial. I'm trying to make it make sense, try to get some good shots. And I don't really know if I did because it was so complicated with the moisture and the rain. And sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes you get out here and it doesn't turn out how you want it to turn out. And maybe it doesn't make a cut and maybe it does. And I guess we'll find out if this makes the cut, because you'll be watching this. And if you are, please subscribe below, leave a comment, share a story when you went out to shoot and everything went to and give that thumbs up, a clickety clackety. And I am looking forward to the next video immensely, because man, this one was a bitch. Peace.